quilting friends, it's Carolina Moore, your favorite sewing and quilting YouTuber, and today we're doing block 11 of the 4-patch block of the month. If you're new around here, head to the description. I have links to everything you need to get caught up. Yes, this is month 11 of 12, but you can still get caught up. And even if you're watching this way later, there are still lots of ways that you can make this quilt if you are as in love with this quilt as I am. And let me tell you, I'm in love with this quilt. This has been such a fun process. It has been so fun getting to know all of you in the comment section. So if you haven't hopped into the comment section lately, hop down there, leave me a comment, let me know how it's going with you, what you're working on, if you're working on this project, if you're enjoying it, if you just listen to this in the background while you're sewing. I love hearing from all of you. And as long as you're hanging out down there, give this video a thumbs up already so that you don't forget, because we want to let YouTube know that they should come hang out here and other people should come hang out here and enjoy these videos. So today, November, we're doing a little bit different technique than we've done in the past. So shall we go ahead and get started? Okay, so I told you this is a little different technique than we've done in the past. We are snowballing our corners. So we're taking these background pieces and these pink pieces, and we're going to put a pink piece on top of the background piece right here. And we're going to stitch from here to here. Now, we can take our trusty pen and any straight edge. It can be like a regular ruler. It can be this ruler that we've used for half square triangles. And you're just going to line up from edge to edge, and you don't have to have it on your background square when you do this. You're just lining up from edge to edge, and you can draw your mark just like that, and that way you'll stitch on that line. You could do this with your friction pen, you can do this with your chalk pencil, whatever your favorite fabric marking tool is. If you don't have a favorite fabric marking tool, check out my fabric pen video and I'll tell you all about fabric marking pens. Now I'm going to switch out the presser foot real quick on my machine, because I don't want that guide for my 1/4 inch foot while I'm doing this process. But then I'm also going to add, this is diagonal seam tape. And we're going to add diagonal seam tape to our machine, and that way we will be able to stitch all these without having to mark them at all. So this stuff is pretty magical, and it's super inexpensive. So what you want to do is you want to line it up on your sewing machine. I'm going way back past my needle, and that's okay. It's inexpensive stuff and I can just trim it off later. Nope, I didn't place that right. Let me try again. And there's an existing line on my machine, so that helps me line this up. I'm going to cut off the end, and on the other end I'm going to bring it forward and cut this off as well. I don't want it in the way of my feed dogs or my needle, so I'm just trimming off the extra there. So this you can just throw in the garbage. Got lots more diagonal seam tape. One roll is going to last me years, and I do quilt quite a bit. So now, and I have this example of the one that has the line on it, but we'll use that one, that's fine. I bring this over to my machine. I put the point under my needle, bring my thread to the back here. There we go. So I put the point of the pink square under my needle here, and the other point of my pink square on this red line. And if I just watch, well, at the beginning I want to watch the first couple stitches to make sure that I'm good there, and then I'm just going to watch that red line right there and keep that point on that red line all the way up. And there you go. Let me do another one. Trying to keep my fingers out of the way so you can see what I'm doing here. And you'll need to guide it just a little bit with your hands, just to keep it on the red line. But this is much faster than having to mark all those. So we're going to go ahead and do this to all of our squares, or all of our background squares, I should say. We can use our little trimmer here to cut apart our pieces. Now you can use a rotary cutter and ruler if you like to trim your seam allowance here to 1/4 inch. I'm just going to use a pair of sewing shears. Because here our seam has already been stitched. The seam allowance is just to back it up and give it security. So if it's not an exact 1/4 inch, it will be okay. It's just fine. This is our quilty confetti. We can just toss it out of the way, and we're going to give these a press. We're going to go ahead and press towards that corner. And now we can lay out our pieces. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4 of these like this, and 2, 3, 4 like this and this. So we're making these like bow tie blocks here. There we go. So now I'm going to stitch these together and these together to make 2 rows, and then I get to stitch the rows together to make my 4 patch. And it's a 4 patch, which makes the 4 patch for the block. I don't know, I think that made sense. Oh, let me go ahead and switch out this foot to my 1/4 inch foot. So I have that guide to help me keep my 1/4 inch nice and straight. So all of these can get pressed towards the square. So now we just need to stitch the top to the bottom. And now I can go ahead and spin the seams on all of these. So like this, pop that open in there. So now we can lay out these blocks. Threads there, let's clip them off. There we go. There we go. Right? Yes. So we're gonna stitch these into pairs, and then those pairs will be our rows that we're gonna stitch together. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have our 2 rows. I'm going to stitch one in one direction, or I'm going to press one in one direction and press the other in the other direction. I'm anxious to be all done with this one. I'm so excited. There we go. And now these 2 rows go together. to finish up the block. So now I can spin these seams. And there we go, that's block 11. We just have our December block to go. Can you wait until December 1st to get that December block? Because you're gonna have to, sorry friends. December 1st I'll have the last block up, and then we'll do finishing instructions after that. So friends, thanks so much for watching today. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you've given this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below, and I will see you right here real soon. Bye for now, my friends.